Hey everyone, a blessed day and welcome once again to the Ron Bayron podcast where we empower entrepreneurs and business owners to win and succeed. And in today's episode, we'll be talking about how to manage and train your people for data privacy. And we're so excited to get started with that. And of course, with me today is Miss A and Pastor Ron Bayron, the CEO of the ABBA initiative. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining me in this podcast. How are you guys doing?
Doing awesome. I'm particularly excited about the questions, especially the icebreaker questions. How about you, Pastor Ron?
Yeah, of course. I'm excited because another time to discuss important things about business, and I'm sure our listeners right now are excited to hear about it also. So I'm excited
Of
right now.
course. All right. I'm so glad that everyone's excited to do this podcast today. But of course, before we jump right into our question, let's first have a quick icebreaker. So, the icebreaker question I have for you guys today is how do you maintain a healthy work life balance as entrepreneurs? And what strategies have worked best for you?
I'll go right ahead, Pastor Ron. I'm feeling like a celebrity in a talk show right now being questioned. What I love here in Abba and Yeshua, with Pastor Ron being my personal mentor, he's taught us, and we are taught not the work life balance, but work life integration, seeing
Mhm.
your life and your work as one. And that in itself is a strategy. I'm a mom of three kids, a wife at that, and I'm handling people and training people. And I'm very much the same person at home and at work. So the problem I experience at home, I'm taking to work, right? I'm having the same emotions at that. So that also means the effectual changes that I do at work affects me, or I can bring it at home. So when I improve at work, I improve at home. I'm
Mhm.
very much the same person. So like I said, that's seeing your life and work as one. In fact, Yeshua and Abba is my life. This is what I do, man. This is my life. So Pastor Juan, what do you think about that?
Yeah. I thought this is an icebreaker, but I think this is already a very serious question that I think everybody needs to answer or even understand. Okay, so yeah, Miss A is very correct, no? And in fact, that's what we've been doing here in Abba and Yeshua, time of looking at life and work, no, personal life and work as integration, not separation. In other words, we don't talk about work life balance because the very fact that you put balance into it defines it as separate entities or separate life when actually there's no separation there. It's the same person at work and the same person at home. So exactly what Miss A said. So ours, we are proponents of integrated life, and that means that we see the same meaning and value when we are at home, on our personal life, and when we are at work. In other words, we pursue the same mission and the same meaning. So, no need for a balance. Instead, looking at a unified, reconciled perspective of life where you see life as one whole integrated, and wherever you go, it's the same person who will experience everything that a human would experience. So I think that's our answer. Almost the same answer would be saying.
Wow. That's so cool. And I love that response because it's not a balance, like what you said, it's not about a balance, but rather it's unified, integrated, because the same person that you are at home, you are the same as well when you're at work. I love that response. And I think it's a totally different topic that we can discuss on a different podcast. But I think you guys have given us great insight as to how entrepreneurs can live their life for work and for personal, integrated, holy, and unified. Such a great response. Thank you so much, Miss A and Pastor Ron, for answering our icebreaker question. And now let's jump right in straight to our question for today. So we received a question from one of our subscribers from our newsletter. Her name is Rose Panlilio of Panlilio's Credit and Collections Services. And she asks, how do I manage or train people about Data Privacy Act? Now, as we all know, the Data Privacy Act has been on a big push in our country, in the Philippines lately, and so many businesses are really striving and working hard to really be data privacy compliant. And so, as entrepreneurs, how can we better equipped ourselves, and how can we best position our businesses and especially our people for Data Privacy Act? Pastor Ron, would you like to answer this question?
Yes, definitely. Hi, Rose. Thank you for your question, rather. And I'm so glad that you asked that question. When it comes to data privacy, it's really all about people. And of course, it's people's data and the people who will protect people's data. So it's a given that people will be the weakest link in the process of data protection. That's why your interest in knowing how to manage people and training in data privacy protection is crucial. Now, data is the new oil, and there's been an increasing understanding of that new perspective of with the new technologies. And every employee is a data bank. Now, protect your data banks by training your employees to prevent data breach or even mitigate when in case it happens. Now, Rose and our listeners, please take note. We cannot overemphasize the importance of continuous training, meaning people, no, training people for data privacy protection cannot be done successfully in just one go or one event. You will need to follow through consistently through time. Okay, so it's critical to do that, not just one training activity. So to answer your question, Rose, here are three actions that I believe you can do to reinforce data privacy protection in your company. So, first, you need to help your people understand their rights as data subjects. In other words, they need to know what they can do with their personal data, what are their rights about their personal data, and the risks in their life, if their personal data is exposed to bad intentions. This way, they will learn not to value their personal data and, of course, appreciate the importance in protecting those personal data. So that's the first. The second is you need to drive awareness, no, of the ways that their data can be breached or can be exposed to the bad elements. They need to anticipate the possible ways the data breaches could happen, how they could happen. So, in that way, you make them aware that what they do, no, with the data that they handle at work, whether company data or client data, is very crucial to the welfare of every data subject, including themselves. So that's the second. The third that you can do, Rose, is create policies surrounding data privacy and cybersecurity, no, for your company. And that, of course, it should reinforce the first and second actions that I mentioned. So this includes training, of course, no, and retraining as much as possible, daily reminders of the rights of data subjects, the dangers of sharing data, and how to take care of data and even mitigating in case of data breach. So there's so many things to talk about data privacy protection, but at least that the three actions I can share with you. And so these are the three training related actions that you can take with your people to reinforce data privacy protection.
Yeah, I'll dovetail on that, Pastor Ron. Thank you for giving us these are really concrete actions towards data privacy action, and you've highlighted the three most important. And I believe those who are listening right now can surely learn from our experience. This is coming from our experience. These are actions we have implemented with our people at Yeshua and ABBA every week. Every week, we talk about the rights of our employees. We ask them, what is, and we have an acrostic for that, ICDPOAs. So what are your rights? What are the ICDPOAs of data subjects? And we play a cybersecurity tip video for them to apply throughout the week and forward. And we have policies in place which our employees can refer to on a daily basis at work. So it's also very important, Rose, and everybody who's listening, for us to approach data privacy from a place of authority and awareness rather than instilling fear towards it, right? So we don't want to say, watch out, this is what's going to happen. So let's empower. It's important that we empower our employees with information and in understanding how they can protect personal data and prevent data breach. I believe that's what you were saying, Pastor Ron, right?
Yes, yes, very true, Miss A. And so, Rose, we hope that you have gained insights from our discussion today, especially about data privacy protection. Please let us know if you have clarifications. You have my email. And of course, we would surely appreciate your feedback about our topic today.
All right. Wow. You guys have given a very simple but very comprehensive response to the question about data privacy. And I guess just to quickly recap, Pastor Ron, you mentioned that it's important that employees should have awareness about their rights, their data privacy rights, as well as having training and retraining. So proper reinforcement of everything there is to know about data privacy, and then creating policies. So companies should be able to create policies that will protect the data of their employees. And I love what Ms. Aim also mentioned about bring awareness, not fear. Data is valuable, data is precious, like what Pastor Ron said, it's the new oil. But instead of instilling fear to your employees about making them afraid and scared of what might happen if their data gets hacked, bring instead awareness. Because if you can prevent their data from getting hacked, if they're well equipped and well uh, equipped with knowledge to protect their data, the better they will be in protecting their data from getting hacked or stolen. And I think that's very important to understand for every business and for every entrepreneur and for business owners out there. Very crucial to have these details and to have this knowledge about how to protect the data privacy of your employees. In my experience here in Yeshua and here in the ABBA initiative, we certainly have experienced that from time to time where we forget about what we need to do to protect our data. But ever since the company has established policies and reminders, the weekly reminders, the chances of our data getting leaked has gone less and less over the past years. And so we're very grateful for everything that the company has done in helping us practice awareness about our data privacy. And so we don't just click anymore on any random links that we receive in our emails. We're more aware about the websites that we go into, making sure that it's safe and secure, and just everything else concerning data privacy. We here in Yeshua and in the ABBA initiative, we're just better equipped now thanks to these 3 steps. And so, Rose, thank you so much for sending us your question. I hope that that has helped you. And also for everyone listening in and tuning in to our podcast, thank you so much for listening in. We hope that you've gained valuable information and insights about how to protect the data privacy of your employees and in your business. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we hope to see you again on the next podcast. Once again, thank you so much, and God bless. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
God
God bless
bless
you
you.
all.